Good morning and welcome to this MPO Monday Milk Minute Plus. The Minute Plus is slightly longer than a typical minute and dealing with a bit more lengthy subject. August statistics registered for the first time negative growth in terms of the farm gate price since June 2019. Being a hot topic and somewhat controversial is the dynamics within the price indices or the prices between the different role players in the dairy value chain, the farmers, the processors and the retailers. Taking a high-level look at the period from January 2020 to August 2024, this year, you'll find that the farm gate price increased by 44%. Let me immediately add from a very low base. The processor's price increased with 37%. That price indices include UHT milk, fresh milk, cheddar and yogurt. And the retailer price increased with 34%. And that indices include milk, cheddar and eggs. Eggs can create some noise in the indices, but that is the best that we can receive, or that is the best we can be provided by Stats South Africa. What we've also got to remember is that the cost base of the different role players is significantly different, and we've got to keep that in the back of your mind when you think about percentage increases. Then if you look at the 2020 period, for example, you'll find that the farm gate price increased with 8%, the processors were 3%, and the retailers were 5%. Taking 2 years later, in 2022, the average prices increased from the farm gate was 11%, processors 11%, retailers 7%. Going to the first 8 months of 2024, you'll find that farm gate prices increased with 3%, processors 3% as well, and then retailers sitting on 7%. Clearly, there are differences in terms of how the percentages work. And if you do a deep dive, you'll immediately will be faced with leads and lags regarding the differences between the percentage increases from the farmers, farm gate price, the processor, and then the retailers. And they seem to be random, sometimes being in favor of farmers, sometimes in the favor of processors and then retailers. What I can take from the dynamics that were present in the prices over this period, January 2020 to August 2024, is that the industry did outstandingly well to get through the COVID-19 pandemic, and is still doing fairly well regarding where we sit in the South African economy, not doing well, struggling economy that is constantly misfiring. However, there are clear indications and signs that the farm gate price is sometimes protracted in terms of the dynamics within the farm gate price. The gravitas of this dynamic is normally the way that we handle too high milk flow that do occur from time to time. Immediately saying that, I'm starting to think in terms of supply and demand, interaction between the different levels of supply, different levels of demand on the one side, and then also the what we've learned over time, that in some specials do create 20 and 50-fold more sales than was the previous case or the case in a normal at this normal price level. Obviously, that buyer that bought at the special will be out of the buying circle for some time, but still they obtained a high level of volumes of that specific product that should lead to higher consumption, and a net result will be positive regarding supply and demand.